Hi guys, welcome to today's video. So today we're going up against the Automatons, and we're going to bring not the new meta loadout, but perhaps an option for a new meta primary support weapon. Sorry, not primary, support weapon. So the meta before was the recoilless rifle. Everyone can use the recoilless rifle to snipe fabricators from across the map, and everyone had a jolly good time, and it was fun. And it was fun while it lasted, I guess. However, due to the increase of spawn rates and the increase of the accuracy of the bots, and due to certain changes on the way the rocket and shield devastators move their heads now, which makes it harder to hit them more with accuracy, and also due to the current glitch where the reinforced rocket striders, you can no longer take them out by shooting the rockets. So there's quite a few things that are mounting up to go against a recoilless rifle user, for my money at least. So today I've chosen the AMR, the anti-material rifle, and we're going to use this and see how we get on instead of our trusty recoilless rifle, which, if you've seen any of my previous Automaton videos, you will know that I am a huge fan of the recoilless rifle. And yeah, so as I say, I've had a few missions since the since the latest patch, and yeah, I think the main problem is these guys, the reinforced rocket striders, not being able to hit them with light pen weapons on the rocket and kill them is a major issue. You can obviously bring the big iron or the talon, so the senator or the talon, to obviously shoot them in the jaundals, but switching weapons back and forth, when you shouldn't really have to, in my eyes, it shouldn't be a need. Arrowhead really need to get that glitch sorted out ASAP. So while that is getting fixed, I'm testing out the AMR, which can one-shot the reinforced rocket striders in the jaundals. It can also take out rocket devastators really quickly, and shield devastators and berserkers. So it's a one tap to the eye for all of those enemies if you are within 50 meters, I believe, and if you're not in 50 meters, or if you don't get a headshot like that, if you don't get a headshot, then I think it's a two tap. So yeah, the AMR really is a top class weapon now, and this was patched, buffed. Sorry, this was patched, buff. This AMR was buffed a little while ago. So finally get that sentence out. So yeah, the AMR was buffed a little while ago, which made it a much stronger contender for a good support weapon to bring against the Automatons. It was kind of left out in the cold for a long time. So as I said, with these changes, we're going to put it through its paces today. And you can see here I've also brought the Commando. Now the reason for bringing the Commando is twofold. Believe it or not, the main reason is not for sniping out the fabricators from a distance, although that is an incredibly handy thing that it can do. The main reason I brought it was in case I came across any factory striders, or if I, in case, yeah, came across, because I'm talking over the video after the fact. So yeah, it was in case I came across any factory striders. That was the main reason for bringing the Commando. So full loadout is AMR, Commando, Rocket Sentry, and Strafing Run, I believe. Yeah, so just confirm there on the screen. And then weapons wise, we're bringing the base Liberator, which I find really good against the bots, because you can still get headshots with the Liberator against the likes of rocket devastators, shield devastators, and berserkers, even though you can't now tap the rockets off the reinforced rocket striders. So it still is good in a scrap. I really enjoy it. It's one of the weapons I like to bring the most. That and the diligence, the regular diligence. So there we're using the Commando to take one fabricator out before we head on in to the first main objective, which is neutralize orbital cannon. And I've got the rocket sentry down, and there are so many enemies in this place now. There was before anyway, but I think it's increased even more. So the best thing to do is try and pick off a few from the outside first, or at least that's the tactic I use anyway. Okay, so we've got a bot drop there, so I'll fall back just in case they've got any dogs or tanks coming down. You just don't know. And I know I've got a rocket sentry back there, and I know I've also got a couple of supplies left. So I've only used the AMR recently. I used to use it when the game first came out a few times. You know, it's quite good fun back in the day when you were kind of leveling up. But then when I discovered the recoilless rifle, me and the AMR kind of parted ways for a bit. Okay, so there is a dog in there, so I fall back, get some more supplies down just in case I need even more. And I've also picked up the leftover Commando, another weapon I very rarely use. So I managed to take out the top turret there, I believe. Strafing run for all the smaller dudes who are coming through on the drop, and then I just pump the remainder, hopefully, into the face of the dog. Okay, so fall back, pick up some supplies. Rocket sentry still going. I've got another rocket sentry, so I'll throw that one down because I don't think that dog's dead yet. He seems to be kind of cowering behind a corner. I don't know whether... Oi, tank. I don't think I saw that one. So armor-wise, we're running peak Physique. Because it makes the AMR just feels like buttery smooth. It is ridiculous, and as I'm on controller, I feel I need that extra help with the ergonomics. So the good thing about the AMR is once you've taken off the top turret of the dog, or if something else does it for you, for instance your rocket sentry, then you can just 2-tap each chin gun with the AMR. I think maybe if you're closer it's 1-tap, given that I was definitely more than 50 meters away at that point, but I'm not 100% on that. So yeah, I guess this is one bonus of having the AMR over the recoilless rifle, especially now you can't tap the reinforced striders. These guys are reinforced rocket striders. You can start picking things off from a distance. So get a strafing run in there, and the strafing runs I do keep for bot drops. So the good thing about the strafing run is that it comes back pretty quickly. Sorry, not the strafing run. The good thing about the strafing run is that you get 5 of them. So I actually got stuck down there before, so I was very grateful not to have been stuck again. So yeah, the strafing run, you get 5 of them. So I used like 2 or 3 on just stuff that's about patrols and whatnot, and then I usually save 2 or 3 for drops. And the same with the rocket sentry. I'll try and save the rocket sentry for drops or for when I'm going into an objective like this. But the rocket sentry does come back pretty quickly, so generally you kind of, you're not without one for too long basically. So Hellbomb armed. not too bad going on this one. I find because of the amount of enemies that are in these places, I have to kind of bully my way through a lot of the times. So this one kind of did okay, took out quite a few enemies, and then got an area where there was where it was a bit clearer, and managed to get the hell bomb down no problem. So that was a one shot. The first shot missed. Another one shot. A miss. One tap. One tap, I think. So we're moving on our way. And this is the new side objective, which I cannot remember the name of. And basically it's the one where you can disable all of the turrets throughout the map. And you can usually spot it from a distance because of those red tower things. I'm not sure what they are, maybe flags. We'll get a dynamite in there, hopefully take out a few things. And then kind of use this door as a bit of a funnel. However, I did see that tank turret turning towards me, so decided to get a bit closer so that he can't snipe me from too close a distance. But then shit starts to happen. I managed to take him out with an ultimatum, which is going to do me a favour if I need to retreat at any point. Okay, so then that little bastard falls in a drop. So my current tactic with drops is get a bit of distance, get your turret down, get supplies down if you can, and then just hold up and wait for them to drop in, and then strafing run, strafing run, strafing run. Okay, so Rocket Sentry doing a fair bit of work there, which is nice. And that's when I realised that the anti-tank in place. Is it anti-tank, anti-air? I've got the mortars coming at me basically. So mortars taking out my. It's taking out me big time, but it's taking out my rocket sentry. I'm gonna get out of there before it actually kills me. Throw another strafing run down. Hopefully that's the last of the drop. And then resupplies at the top because that mortar emplacement has actually done me quite a bit of damage. And then I'm without the AMR, which means these guys are a bit tougher to kill. So another way you can get rid of them with light pen is to just shred their legs. So get a few good shots on him, a few good shots on him. It does take quite a while, obviously, as you can see, even when you're pretty accurate like I was there. And I was hoping to get this done really quickly because I had the Commando. I managed to get that one. Then I couldn't see the other one for the life of me because there's so much fucking lights and lasers going on. So don't have any eagles, which would have been really nice. And then, as I said, don't have the AMR, so can't take out the rocket striders, and those are the death of me at that point. 2 rockets at once, I think it was. So fall back, and now I've got supplies back here. So pick up one, so I'm on full stim. Get a rocket sentry down, and then decide, yeah, maybe I should bring the AMR and use that instead. Shred his legs, or leg. Put the AMR in. Dynamite over the top. And we've got some guys coming in from behind. Strafing Run in. That actually goes wonky, but manages to save the day. So we love it when that happens. So I want to get moving, basically, because these missions are incredibly difficult to full clear now. So finally get the one tap after the third effort. Oi, do a nice 180 there. Nice flip flap, kid. So Ultimatum for the Hulk and the Shield Devastator. That's the word I was looking for. So another drop in exactly the same place as before. So we're kind of deja vuing it here. Obviously we don't have the mortar emplacement bombarding our heads this time, so always nice. Get a Commando down just in case the tank comes around the corner. Strafing Run for all of those dudes. And then I use the Commando on that turret just in case. I mean, they're generally pretty lax, those turrets I've found so far. They don't usually turn towards you, but I didn't want to take any risks. And then Commando out, but I think the rocket sentry from above finished him off. Resupply down. And yeah, so the bots I find are just never ending now. There's always a patrol around. It's not like before where you'd clean out the drop and then, you know, you'd have a bit of time to do an objective or whatever. It's just next level now. So rocket sentry down in a pretty good place there actually. A couple of dynamites out. Tremors have slowed me, which is why I'm running incredibly slow. Okay, and I do get a few minutes to myself here to get this sorted.
Dropping a pin.
Oh, what's it called? Compromise Automaton Defenses. There we go. So I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. Pretty good fun. You have to click the button and then bring down the SSD or the SSD, whatever it's called. Then you do this little puzzle. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. You basically just line up the patterns or whatever, the symbols with what's on the right to the left. So when they're all in the same order, then it does that. Then it loads. Then it gives you this old thing. Then it loads again. And then you get the classic. So then once you've done that, all of the turrets on the entire map go wonky. So by wonky I mean they just spin around and shoot randomly and don't lock onto you anymore. So it is really helpful. A buddy of mine got hit by one the other day, even though it was like just shooting randomly. So obviously that can happen, but I haven't had it yet, touch wood. Okay, I am lying down to get some stamina back because I don't want to waste stims these days. I used to be a big fan of stimming to get a bit of stamina back to get on the move quicker, but yeah, I wouldn't do that against the bugs ever, and now the bots are a different beast altogether. So again, it's not something I'm looking to do against the bots anymore because of how difficult they are. So tried to get a rocket sentry over the top there, but ended up like the worst throw I've ever seen in my life, and it lands in a pretty hideous place. So I shot him again just in case that rocket was going to come towards me. I wanted to flinch him, but he did only need the first tap. So yeah, there's two ways of getting into this base. I think I've actually picked the harder way. Excuse me. So if you go this way round, there's quite a lot of guys to fight through. But once you get past them, it is generally clear. But because I get a drop there as well, it's obviously makes it all the more harder. Or all the harder, I should say. Not all the more harder. So, yeah. Strafing run, strafing run, strafing run. Dynamite, dynamite. There's just a lot of guys here. And then kind of feel like I've finished off whatever bots have come down in the drop. So start to push my way in. Clearly more guys in there. Another strafing run right down the alley. Still more guys out. Dynamite out there. Get lucky there. I don't think I could have died quite easily. So still trying to get down that alley. But these guys, everything just locks in at the minute with the bots. And yeah, I've been ragdolled halfway across the objective, right at the foot of a Hulk and some rocket striders. So this is when I decide to go see if I can go around the other way. Not having any luck there. So grab some supplies and the Commando I brought down earlier. Swing around the back. So I don't think this way is really easier per se. It's just slightly different. Because you're still going to have to deal with a lot of the stuff you do the other way. I think he got team killed there. So that was nice. So yeah, not ideal killing them that way because it takes up quite a few bullets for the old Liberator. So I think it's 2 to the face for that guy with the Commando. I don't use the Commando all too often, to be honest. So rocket Sentry at the top for me. Take the guy off the turret. Though I don't think there was actually one there, so maybe I just ignore it. Get rid of these while my rocket Sentry starts doing its work. And it's partly to get rid of some people. It's also partly just to give me a few valuable seconds to get up here. Okay, so Dynamite out for that fab. Dynamite out for those guys. Ultimatum for him. Okay, so here, try and make a break for it. Because I wasn't sure just when things were going to end. There just seemed to be no end of enemies just coming through again and again and again. Managed to get the Ultimatum off on that Hulk. Obviously, took a bit of damage for my troubles. Hellbomb in. Make sure I get the tap on that guy before he destroys me. Okay, so that's the second one done. Not too bad. I had to bully my way in a little bit. As I said before, you kind of have to force your way in sometimes, unless you take out everything, which it can be done, but I just find that I'm always struggling for time, so I kind of get the panic as I'm going around the map a bit. Am I going to get everything done? Can I be a bit quicker? So yeah, anyway, second one done, not too bad. Got to move on, but there's still quite a few guys left on this side of the objective. So a few shots to the face of the Hulk. I think he's damaged by the strafing run anyway, so those three just dump a few shots into him and he's managed to kill him off. So the good thing about the AMR, obviously for Hulks, is that you can one-shot them in the eye if you're within 50 meters. Combat zone there, so to do a U-turn. U-turn straight into a bunch of marauders. Yeah, so as I was saying, sorry, the Hulks, you can one tap in the eye within 50 meters with the AMR, so that's not too bad at all. So, you know, obviously not quite as easy as one tapping with the recoilless rifle pretty much anywhere. If you hit the Hulk pretty much anywhere with the recoilless rifle, it's a one tap. However, as I said, current state of things, I'm looking at other options. What could be the new meta? And AMR is obviously an option. I think railgun might be an option if your accuracy is pretty good as well, because that can one tap Hulks in the eye as well. It can do a lot of damage for a lot of other stuff as well. So, for instance, base turrets, you can I think base turrets you can one tap if you are pretty much fully charged with the unsafe mode. So those I think take 2 taps from the AMR, if I'm not mistaken. So the railgun is a little bit better in certain areas. However, it's the fire rate is not quite as quick, and I think ammo-wise you're probably better off with the AMR as well, because you only get the 20 shots with the railgun, and you can go through those quite quickly. Especially just now, you'd probably be needing them for the reinforced rocket striders. So the gas spear gun as well might be another good option. And the good thing about the gas spear gun is that you can shoot fabricators with it if you get it into the vent. The railgun, you can actually destroy fabs from a distance, but you have to, I think it's like 6 or 7 shots in the side of it, which obviously is not ideal. So that is also good fun / I'm panicking my ass off when I do that. So you can no scope the AMR, which means you just blast it without the scope, because when you use the AMR in third person view, so without the scope, it doesn't have the reticle like most weapons do. So you can't actually see where you're shooting, sorry. I'm just trying to line up these shots here for the chin guns on the dog, but he seems to be running away from me. So yeah, the no scope shots with the AMR are great fun, and you know, when you've got a berserker like berserking towards you, I guess, just like mag dumping into him or a few shots into him is great fun. Great when you pull it off. Okay, another tank there. So tanks, the trouble with the AMR, the railgun, and the gas spear gun, none of those are particularly good at dealing with tanks. Earlier in the video, I shot a tank from behind when I got close to the vent, or when I could see the vent, I should say. So that was like 4 shots with the AMR, which is not bad at all, but the likelihood of getting behind a tank is pretty slim. That's 2 tanks on me. I've got a rocket sentry down, and I'm just getting out as quickly as I can, hoping that the rocket sentry is going to cover me, because I do not want to be going up against 2 tanks. I could probably take one out with the Ultimatum, but I'd probably get shredded by the other. So I decided to just get the fuck out of there. Ultimatum for the Hulk, and hopefully something around it. Doesn't take out the Strider, I'm afraid. Unlucky for me. Now I think I'll get ragdoll down there and get a little bit fortunate, because he doesn't stomp me to death. So yeah, you can just see in the top right hand corner there the sentries. So once you get that side objective that we did earlier with the funky code, Once you get that done, it just makes all the turrets just go wonky like that. Okay, so there's still 1 or 2 fabs left in the outpost that we started earlier. So I'm going to get in a Commando down. So hopefully finish those off. And if you have a quick look in the top left-hand corner, you can actually see the... what's it called? The anti-air... I think anti-air emplacement, or the turrets. They also go wonky because they're classed as turrets. So you can see them, not now, but you can see them just there in the top of the screen, just firing randomly, just all over the place. So yeah, obviously a little bit disappointed that the recoilless rifle isn't as working as well as it used to, due to... It's not that the recoilless rifle isn't working, obviously, it's that things are changing a little bit, and the recoilless rifle is not really the best pick at the minute for me against the bots. So, but it is also good to change things up, because I never used to really take the AMR or the railgun all that often against the bots solo. I mean, sometimes I'll take them for, just to change things up against the bots on squad missions. But probably not as much as I probably should have done. Okay, so quite a few enemies there, and again, this is where the AMR does come in super handy, as opposed to the recoilless rifle, because the recoilless rifle is going to do diddly squat against all of those guys. I hate it when they're really close and you're you're already in your scope. It takes a few seconds to obviously switch. Yeah, I think the peak physique, so I'm not sure if I've touched on that yet actually. Oh yeah, I did say about it. So yeah, the peak physique armor not only makes the ergonomics better for the AMR, obviously it makes them better all round, so even the assault rifle feels a bit better. Okay, just take his face off. Reload the ultimatum. I am getting much better at remembering to do that these days, which is obviously a bonus. Another patrol. So get a dynamite, and yeah, the bots are just so locked in these days. I only got a small hit off, but pre-patch that would have been a miss, I think. But yeah, I do like the assault rifle and AMR combination, because the AMR is good at taking out the mid-sized enemies really quickly, and the assault rifle the same for the smaller enemies, the light enemies. So it's a good switch back and forth. Okay, so I've come up this way this time, instead of going around the other way first. Dynamite out for those guys, and if I remember rightly, yep, kill bomber and dynamite. And I don't know what I'm thinking here. I should have just gone left a bit and tried to pick up my AMR. But unfortunately I decided to just go gung-ho. And obviously never a good idea when you've got shield devastators behind you and in front of you. I'm not sure what happened there. I kind of got stuck. I don't know if I was like slowed or something. but it felt like I was slowed and I couldn't move. So anyway, Dynamite's out. Got a drop coming in on top of my head. Not sure how I'm still alive at this point, honestly. Another Dynamite out. Got the added bonus of having a rock that I can morph through here, which is obviously a hindrance and not a help. Decided to get a Commando in. Strafing Run almost decapitates me. In a dangerous position, but luckily nothing's really coming towards me. I think the Strafing Run's taken out the majority of their drop, if not all of it. So take his head off. I'm obviously down to no stim, so I'm basically hiding here. Luckily get the supplies and don't beef it. Trying to get the old rocket sentry down there. Fumble the input, and that spells DEA dead. Okay, another wise decision. Land on top of all the bots. Luckily supplies are right there, so all stims. Pick up the Commando. Not sure if that was a help or not, but it was okay in the end. Commando for that tank. And then rocket sentry's covering me from anything else that's coming up there. I think he's actually out now, so... Or is it? Oh no, it's not. I lie. So Hell Bomb activated. So yeah, this one not quite as smooth as the others, obviously. The other two. But we will take it. And yeah, so not everything done so far, and we're very short on time. So I think there's a drop coming in here. If I haven't already called it. Whee, that was some top class dodging skills there. Follow me if you want to learn those dodging skills. I will do a video for you on that. Just kidding. You can't teach that kind of skill. So Ultimatum for the Hulk. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about with the, like, what is he doing? Like, what is he aiming at? His head is going around in like a hexagonal shape of, oh, I don't know what he's doing. So anyway, get the Commando down. I want to say Quasar, then get the Commando down for that outpost. However, can't see any other fabricators, so Strafing Run out for the drop. There is a dog, so I do what I always do when dogs are dropped, and that is run away. Rocket sentry down. Strafing Run out for not only the dog but also whatever's in the drop. Ultimatum for the Hulk. Probably should have tried to hit him with the AMR instead, really, but I didn't know what was behind him, and I was kind of panicking. I didn't want to be out in the open when this dog's going to town on me. So yeah, tried to take off the chin guns. Was hoping he would be distracted by my rocket sentry. However, I think the rocket sentry had expired in one way or another at that point. So he just turned his attentions towards me. Okay, so then Strafing Run for those guys. Yeah, rocket sentry's gone, obviously. Ultimatum for the dog's face or head or shoulder, wherever that connected. Another one out. I think that was the end of him. Strafing Run just in case it wasn't, and for whatever else is in there. And then grab the resupplies, fully stocked, and on our way again. Oh, tank left over. Ultimatum for him. So So probably lucky he was on a bit of a funky angle, otherwise he might have destroyed me. I'm looking for this Commando on the floor here so I can take out whatever fabs are left in there. But I don't think... Oh yeah, I can see one there. So that's that one done. Which I believe leaves 2 left. And at this point we're out of time. Obviously not ideal. Can't even see what's behind me there. Like, get lucky I don't die there as well. Pushed underground, obviously. So, I mean, yeah, just a few bots behind me, but enough to cause me problems, obviously. Especially now that we've finished the mission and the time has gone. Because once you finish the main objectives on a mission, things get more hectic. And that's on all fronts, not just the bots. So, can't quite tell how many fabs are left in here. So there's usually one in this corner here, which seems to have been destroyed somehow. But we'll take that. I don't think it was myself that destroyed it, because I wouldn't have been able to see it. So something's obviously done the job for us. And then Dynamite out for there. Accidental second Dynamite because I was trying to switch to my gun. And that is that fab done. So if we check our map, we've got the fortress left to go, which obviously we're not going to get done. And there's also one more fabricator right on the top, which again we're also not going to get done. Hell bomb that I saw earlier, which I remembered, so I was quite happy about that. But yeah, only 5 kills. Other than none, I guess. So yeah, with regards to the AMR, I definitely think it's one of the better picks to be taken instead of the recoilless rifle for a new option for, you know, tackling the bots. Not just solo, but, you know, in the team. If you're in a team, then I think it's, you know, a bit easier to take the recoilless rifle, depending on what your teammates take. What I like to do is, when I'm running in a team, I'll see what everyone else is taking. I'll wait until they pick their loadout, and then I will pick my loadout to support, you know, whatever is lacking in the rest of my squad. So if we need more anti-tank or whatever, I'll take anti-tank. If we don't have anything to shred, then I'll take crowd control stuff. Okay, and then I'm all out of stims, and I'm all out of time, and I'm all out of lives. So yeah, there we go, guys. Not a full clear, obviously. We had the fortress to do and one small outpost, which had 1 fab on, I believe. But not too bad overall. Some of the objectives took quite some time because they're quite big, like the main objectives is what I'm talking about. It's a pretty good mission. I was pretty happy overall with the AMR because I don't use it too often, and you know, this was like the 3rd or 4th mission I tried, and I'm getting pretty comfortable with it now. So yeah, pretty pleased. So thanks for watching, and if you like the video, please think about liking and subscribing. Cheers.